Number 5. Snake eagles. They're smaller than bald eagles and they live mainly in Africa. The snake eagle may conjure up in our mind some kind of animal hybrid from a sci-fi movie, but snake eagles are for real, and they love snakes. This species is an almost obligate predator of a variety of snakes. Hunting is typically from a tree perch or hillock and takes place almost exclusively on the ground. When the eagle spots a snake, it swoops down suddenly, grabbing its prey with its powerful talons. Then it immediately flies upward as the snake tries to fight back. Then the eagle crushes or tears off the snake's head and swallows it head first. Snake eagle legs and toes are covered in thick scales, essential to protect from bites, and bites are a serious real risk that take on some of the fastest and deadliest snakes in the world. But not every meal is a battle with a deadly snake. Snake eagles may also hunt lizards, rodents, and even bats or fish. They dwell in open woods and wooded savanna, most often preferring areas where gully or wooded hillocks break open flat areas. This makes it much easier to see the snakes they love to feast on. Number 4. Old guy kicks deadly snake. This is a very scary and real moment when an Australian gentleman crosses paths with one of the world's deadliest snakes, an eastern brown snake, and casually kicks it out of the way on a beachside walk like it's no big deal. The clip captures an Aussie gent, whose identity is unknown, strolling along a picnic area believed to be Queensland, Australia. But when the strident senior came across the serpent lying on the grass beside the concrete footpath, he boots the coiled reptile. The enraged snake rears up to strike back, and within seconds the man kicks it again, causing it to flip back in the air. It appears the man looked satisfied with his victory and he continues to just walk off, while the defeated snake is seen slithering further away into the grass and away from the footpath. The eastern brown is considered the second most venomous snake in the world, surpassed only by the inland taipan. In comparison to some other snake species such as cobras and vipers, they have very short fangs. They inject only a very small amount of venom, but this is more than enough to kill a human. That didn't seem to matter to this brave person. Nothing, not even a deadly snake, was going to ruin his day. Number 3. The bravest iguanas. This iguana sits on the beach on Furnews Island, a volcanic island off the coast of Ecuador, minding its own business, when a racer snake sneaks up behind. The iguana instinctively stays still at first, hoping to go unnoticed. It has to make its way to the sea. They venture into the ocean and dive for sea algae and seaweed. That said, some of the lizard's vulnerable hatchlings, who emerge from eggs buried in the sand, are easy prey for these snakes. And not only does it have to outrun one of these racers, it must pass an army of racer snakes to do so. The iguana starts running and the chase is on. The serpents start slithering out from the rocks to join in, and it looks like the poor baby iguana is in for it. It even gets caught up in a bunch of tangled snakes, but somehow the reptile gets free and scurries up the rocks. It makes one more dramatic slow-motion leap for freedom as the snake lunges with its mouth open. But it's an epic victory for the iguana. The snakes just couldn't get a grip on the amazing lizard. Thankfully for the human crew filming the saga, the snakes of Furnews Island had no interest in people, just iguanas, and this is one of the most famous chase scenes ever recorded. Number 2. Insane praying mantis. This is an undeniably impressive insect. The praying mantis gets its name for the way their front legs are bent in a praying motion. Mantises were considered to have supernatural powers by early civilizations, including ancient Greece and ancient Egypt. Popular in cartoons where the artists imagine the female mantis as a femme fatale. The fatale part is right. The majority of mantises are ambush predators that only feed upon live prey within their reach. They can blend in with leaves and foliage, which enables them to patiently stalk insects like flies and grasshoppers, and even snakes. They remain stationary, waiting for prey to approach, or stalk their prey with slow, stealthy movements. Once within reach, mantises strike rapidly to grasp the prey with their spiked raptorial forelegs. Mantises have 2 spiked, grasping forelegs in which snakes are caught and held securely, and the eating commences. The fearsome predators are capable of killing prey 3 times its size, and snakes provide a lot of sustenance for the insect. Striking twice as fast as a blink of an eye, praying mantises will slowly devour the unfortunate prey slowly with its ultra-sharp mandibles. Number 1. The mongoose and the cobra. Mongooses are quick and agile, as you can see, and have strong jaws and thick hides. They're all, however, long-bodied, short-eared, weaselly-looking animals, some of which attack and eat snakes. And not just any snakes. They also don't mind messing with a cobra in spite of its size and extravagantly toxic venom. which can kill a human in 30 minutes. In fact, they're notorious snake killers. From a black mamba to the even deadlier Cape cobra, mongoose are fearless. How can it be that a skinny mongoose can take on a king cobra? You'd be surprised how tough these furry creatures are, inside and out. They've evolved a resistance to snake venom, allowing them to keep fighting even after receiving a bite that would kill most animals. They're not immune to the venom, but thanks to special mutations in their nervous system, the neurotoxin has difficulty binding to their receptors, rendering it less effective. It's not impossible for a mongoose to get sick or even die from a snake bite, but mongooses make a glycoprotein that binds to the protein in the venom, so a moderate amount of snake venom won't faze them much. The mongoose have their own antidote to the cobra's deadly poison.